and welcome back to Losers Round 1 of the Super Mario Maker 2 GSA Season 2 Qualifier. We're jumping right back in with BraMy versus Lance. I am Mini Matt, and with me is BP31.
How's it going, everyone?
And we've got another great race coming up. So how have you liked the races that have been going on today so far?
Honestly, what I've been really liking about this new format is the new strategies that have been employed. Last match, you mentioned that the more aggressive skippers have been tending to do a little bit better, and while I agree with that sentiment, I believe the better strategy is actually to be a little bit more withholding with your skips until the sub 10-minute mark, but that's just my idea for the current meta. But what do you think?
I do think that might be the case. It gives you a better feel of how you're what your pace is and what you're having trouble with in the set of levels. I do think the one thing I stand by pretty strongly is I think the optimal strategy is going to be using all 5 skips.
Yes, I definitely agree with that.
I think it's going to be tricky to figure out the highest, or I guess the lowest risk to highest reward types of levels to skip with your limited resources.
That's very that's a very good way of putting it. Especially when we only have these 20 minutes to work with, just figuring out, like, just by basic math, you can figure out, okay, once every 4 minutes, that might be the case, but at the same time, if you get 4 good levels in a row, then you're going to have more to work with for the next few that come up afterwards. So really just depends on how the levels you've been seeing are going and how the next few you're expecting to get are going to be.
I agree 100%. I'm really interested to see how the skip meta evolves over the course of this tournament series.
Yeah, we saw a pretty good showing from BraMy in his last race. Unfortunately, taking the loss to Dimitri, and a very, very good comeback from him. But we'll see if he's able to hold it together a little bit better this time through and see how it goes.
Yeah, both BraMy and Lance were playing very, very good earlier, so I definitely, once again, can see this race going either way.
For sure.
And it looks like our players are queuing up, so we're just waiting on the countdown any minute now, and we're going to get right into this race. What is this stage? Short and sweet, it says. 12% win rate, 5-second world record.
That's what you like to see at the very start.
Yeah, right? These levels are great because you can try them 20 times, and you'll only have wasted a minute. It's a very good level to just dump attempts into.
Yeah, that's the sense. Your sentiment's a little bit great, but there's also like the death animations and loads, which are a little bit strange because when you have the loads, it's a little bit different for each player. But not much we can do about that to even it up.
Right.
But yeah, definitely the case. You see the end already, so definitely worth throwing a few lives into this one. Lance just hopping over with that P-switch, trying to make his way over to the end. That might be a pretty good strat, but
just jumps with the star. It seems like there's quite a bit going on in this level, masking what amounts to a very simple jump. It's a really interesting level structure.
Definitely. I don't. I see rapido. I'm going to assume that means fast. Hopefully,
Looks like there's a coin condition. It's a ladder stage. Oh no!
Is there a time limit? Okay, there is a time limit. I was questioning why he started over, but it makes sense now.
Yeah, it looks to be about a 50-second time limit. And as mentioned earlier today, it's super hard to tell until you've actually almost finished one of these stages just how strict that time limit actually is. And in this case, not very.
And he did have to do that quick start over, so Lance has a little bit of possible time to make up on this one, but there hasn't been much of a reason to skip with these 2 pretty quick levels at the very beginning.
Oh, whoa, the timer is a lot shorter than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds.
It's very hard to see over Discord because there's some icons covering it.
Yeah, and Lance doesn't feel confident with that stage apparently, because it was pretty damn quick, but he's deciding to take the skip anyway, so there's one skip down for Lance.
And skipping a level with a really short clear time can really come back to bite you if the set drags on in terms of clear count.
Especially because BraMy's already ahead one full clear, and they're only just starting the match, and this could be pretty bad because they're still both on the same level. So not only does BraMy have the level lead, he also has the lead in skips and clears. So,
right, so
Lance is going to have to make something happen in this next few segments of this part.
BraMy's in an enviable position of just really having to stay on pace more than anything.
As long as he's able to keep ahead of Lance, he should be looking pretty good for this. So, going into the snow level, we got some new mechanics. We got Spike throwing these snowballs and the pokies. Pretty cool new update, but I'm going to be seeing a lot of these levels considering it's been out for a decent amount of time and a lot of people were excited about them, but just got to see how well these runners know the new mechanics. Link, the snow levels, all that stuff.
And we're in a really interesting sort of grace period where people are just kind of experimenting with the new stuff before they really start getting into the extremely broken mechanics that I'm sure are going to be discovered in the next couple of months.
Yeah, that means that there could be some broken levels already that they haven't come into, though, so it'll be interesting to see what levels come up in these expert challenges and how they react to them.
Yeah, it's important to note that we've only been seeing players getting to maybe level 10 or so in what I believe is a 60-level playlist. So who knows just what's lurking as you get deeper in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're definitely not going to go through the entire playlist. There's no way anyone can keep up this pace for that long, but
Absolutely
there's a lot to choose from. So, honestly, when I saw the 50 coin counters at the very end of that level, I missed it at the beginning, I would have honestly skipped this one. BraMy is choosing to stick with it, though. He already finds that very first one. There's another one, so looking good for him. If he's able to find this third one quickly, it'll definitely be worth staying, but Lance isn't seeing the coin requirement either, and he's going to have to start over himself.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Hidden beneath the spike. It was his life savings.
Hiding spot. This level doesn't look too bad, but it's a little bit trolly with those coins. If those weren't required, I think this would be a pretty good normal level, but the coins definitely make it an expert.
BraMy had to rob a spike. The ethical implications of this level.
Oh man.
This is what really pushes it over the edge.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of over the edge, though, BraMy is 3-1. Just 5 minutes into this match.
Yeah, BraMy has a 2-clear lead as well as a skip lead. He can use one more skip than Lance, and it's not looking too good right now. But if he's able to clear some quick levels, if he's able to one-shot this wall kick level in the NSMBU style, this could look good for him. But he's got to clear this one first or skip it. Yeah, finding that 50 coin pretty quickly. You must be able to see the edge, because I don't know how they were able to find that. But yeah, pretty good game knowledge from both.
That was a somewhat terrifying leap of faith for BraMy, but it gets them to the flag, and they're going to maintain their 2-win lead.
Yeah. So now, BraMy going to be entering a new level. Well, Lance going to be seeing how well he can handle that last one he just cleared. 7-second world record for this one. Honestly, since they're this seems it's not a picador. Looks like they all go right here. Just looks like a boss fight. Assuming this is all the level is, there might be some way you can get Bowser out of the arena really quickly and just cheese the fight in the 7-second world record. But as it is, this is a really good level. On the other side, though, Lance cleaning up that level really quickly a lot faster than BraMy was able to make it happen. So looking pretty good for him as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs to see right now. That's how the lead was taken back in the last match as well. Just a series of very quick clears on levels that the opponent had already spent some time on.
Yeah, however, Lance is on the same level. One of the differences between this and the last match, Lance is already on the same level as BraMy, even though he's at a 1/3 deficit. So that's going to be a little bit harder for him to come back from.
For sure. Did Lance just lose a bullet blaster?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, so did BraMy. Is that like a health bar? No. I thought there may be some exciting mechanics, and BraMy does get the key into the door. So they still have the 2-win lead, but it's closer.
I really hope not, Doomsday.
Yeah. Oh no.
He's gotta get these Fireflies to spawn, okay. But now, moving on to the next one. Hopefully this one doesn't take Lance too much longer than it already has. Didn't appear to be a speedrun. Yeah, 300-second time limit, and...
it appears to be something.
Oh, I concur.
Alright, Sideways Thwomp, everyone's favorite.
Yeah, since BraMy hasn't used a skip yet, I'd be tempted just to go for this one, honestly, because you don't know what's going to happen with this one. It looks pretty trolly and enemy spam, garbage kind of level. And if he knows he's ahead, then I definitely say the skip is worth it, and especially because Lance taking his own skip, it's number 2 right here.
That's very bad.
Yeah, but yeah, and there it is. BraMy going to be taking the skip.
Icy
that
hot.
means that Lance is now going to enter this garbage, and this actually opens an opportunity for him. If he's able to figure out how to get this level done, it does have a 15-second world record. So
yeah,
this could be worth for him, but because of his positioning with relation to BraMy, it's basically essential that he's able to figure this one out quickly.
And the big thing is, with how the level is set up, there's a very real chance that directly to the right of Bob-omb Nightmare Zone is the flag.
Yes.
And looking at the world record, you might be able to infer that just from the timer. So we'll see if Lance thinks it's worth it to take the little bit of extra time just to scout whether the flag is there or not. Meanwhile, BraMy is having an ice adventure.
Yeah. Interesting decision here. Does he go through the pipe or does he get the coins? Can he make that jump? Oh, man.
Oh no.
He can't! No!
Does not believe in the Z indicator.
Yeah, I don't know how Zing would have helped there, to be honest, though, so just unlucky. I don't even know if you could go through the pipe.
Seems like Lance is committed to figuring out what the hell is going on in this level.
Yeah, it kind of stinks because of the position he's in, but taking a third skip here before the halfway mark, well, now past the halfway mark, but that'd be quite unfortunate for him. But if it has to be done, then now's the time to do it. He can't wait much longer than this.
Yeah, and it looks like after riding the thwomp, whatever you're supposed to do there seems to be pretty precise.
Yeah.
I say seems to be because I still have no idea what's going on in this level. I think BraMy's choice to skip it, in hindsight, definitely the right one.
Hindsight is very good, as the saying goes. Yes. But anyway, yeah, deciding to skip it, and he's gonna have to deal with this level that BraMy's on right now, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, icy hot.
Yeah. So now he's 3 skips down, and BraMy's only taken 1. So if BraMy wanted to, well, now he won't. But if he wanted to earlier, then he could have taken the skip and been a little bit further ahead of Lance in terms of levels, and kind of had the opportunity to get some of the quicker ones that could come out of the way. But since he gets that clear, probably a good idea to stick with it. But again, the differences in strategy that could be employed in this are pretty interesting. So we'll see how quickly Lance is going to be able to get through it. There's some slow parts, but if he's able to do it one shot, then that'll be pretty good for him. And, of course, Commentators curse.
Yeah.
Now, BraMy getting a 53-second world record here. Going back through the pipe.
Yeah. Decides to say, no, no thanks, I want the fire flower.
Smart
I'll be right back. Yoshi number 2 a second chance to make this Yoshi jump. Doesn't need it.
Hey, and Lance making the jump. Yeah, having Yoshi in these types of races is very beneficial because not only does he give you access to his tongue mechanic, he also lets you take another hit with not that much risk of being able to lose him because he runs around, so you're able to just regain him right after, whereas with a power-up you have to lose, so it seems pretty obvious when you play the game, but at the same time it's pretty good to have Yoshi when you have these types of competitions because you can have some clutch saves with him.
It makes it less stressful, which really matters in tight races.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because if you watched BraMy's last race versus Dimitri, versus Dimitri, then he had the lead basically in the bag, but he got flustered towards the end with that slowed speedrun level and ended up just not being able to close it out.
Yeah, so being able to keep your mental state stable is a very powerful advantage.
Yes. Yeah, both runners still going with their levels, and BraMy maintaining his 3 clear lead. Not looking too good for Lance right now. And keep in mind that this is the loser's last match of the tournament, so it really matters what comes out of this mod.
Yeah, this is their tournament lives on the line.
For sure. And I don't remember if this was mentioned, but once you get 2 wins, then you will be secured in the next Super Mario Maker 2 League. So this will be the winner's first win. So it's gonna be good to see who's able to pull ahead.
Well, BraMy sacrificing Yoshi, getting the bad ending, but still getting the clear.
Yeah, we'll take the clear any day. Save the frames.
Poor Yoshi. BraMy still ahead by 3 clears with 6 minutes on the clock.
Yeah. Multiplayer versus level. Interesting. Versing. Not actually a word. Well, actually, is it now? It might be a word now. I forget. English is weird. So... Taking the green pipe, smart. Gotta stick with the Luigi color. Okay.
I respect it.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess the yellow one's for Toadette. Fortunate there's no pink pipe, or didn't use one. Oh, going through quickly. Not scared of the fire burners.
If this leads to... Okay, so what is... Is this the longest pick-up pipe I've ever seen?
No. This is a multiplayer versus level, so basically, I'm assuming it could be a massive troll, but it's essentially just, it's made so that the 4 players can race side by side, whoever gets to the end first wins, and now they have just a giant mosh pit to get to the end, I'm assuming? Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't even think about that as far as the level design in a 1x1 race goes. I just thought this was history's worst pick-up pipe where you had to beat the whole level.
Just go through the entire level, then get blocked off at the very end. That would be terrible.
I was shocked that it was on this playlist, so I love to be wrong. Oh, BraMy is now ahead by 4 clears.
Yeah,
Lance has been stuck on this stage forever. This is kind of, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where there comes a point where you need to start using your skips aggressively.
For sure, and I don't know if that point was at 10 minutes for this one, but I would like to point out that Lance has actually been going for some strats that I really do respect, because, for instance, he sacrificed the Yoshi and took the time not to do the Bowser fight. The Bowser Jr. fight, excuse me, because he recognized that maybe it was possible that he could just go through that door right there. Hopefully there's not a key door later in the level because he's so far behind in clears right now, and then get through to the end really quickly and not have to waste all that time that BraMy did killing Bowser Jr. getting the key. Unfortunately, the key was necessary and he didn't realize that. However, desperate times call for desperate measures, and he's 5 clears behind now, not much more that he can do anyway. So just making the best of what he can do, but not looking too good for him going into the rest of this match.
Yeah, it would... I mean, 5 clears behind, he would need to finish this stage ASAP, and then finish every other stage in no longer than 30 seconds each.
And I'd also say that he probably wants to take his 2 skips, because assuming he's been paying attention to the levels that BraMy got, and I don't know if he's been watching the stream, it would be pretty damn hard to watch the stream while you're playing the game, but he could theoretically know what he's getting into, so he might just want to use his next 2 on what he thinks will be the longest of the 2 of the next few levels he's going to get, then get past where BraMy is and hope for the best. But it's going to be hard for him to come back now. Especially sticking with this long one.
The big thing is BraMy hasn't just been sitting on the lead. They've been widening the gap throughout the entire race.
For sure. Did BraMy decide to skip? I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah. BraMy just... And those aggressive skips are really paying off.
Yeah, because is that his second or third skip? It doesn't really matter at this point, because he doesn't need to use his last 2 because he has such a secured lead. Oh, smart play from Lance, but unfortunately not going to pay off quite enough. Oh.
Can you still do that tech you used to be able to do in Mario Maker 1, where you wall jump, shoot a fireball, and jump off the same wall and just keep gaining height? I don't know if that's still in the game.
I don't believe it is, but I'm guessing Stabs in chat, I believe. So there's our reference. You cannot. Okay, Dimitri's in there. He got us.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Rip the best tech in the game. No.
Press F in chat for fireball wall jumps.
Yeah, looking pretty grim for Lance. He's not going to be able to get these 5 clears in a minute. But BraMy just increasing his lead through this level, and we've been seeing a lot of 10 bombs, so if he's able to get one of those in his belt as well as his last one, that'll be a pretty good average going into his next run through losers.
Most definitely. Oh no!
Oh, what?
Trolled!
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, going into this versus level that BraMy one-shotted really quickly. Nothing more you can do. So good race from both of these runners. BraMy will be the one who is moving on to the next round of losers, and one more win for him will secure a spot in the league finals. So stay tuned for that. But up next, we're going to be having the winners semifinal, excuse me. And that one will be especially interesting because both of those people have already won one round, so their next win will secure them a new spot into the league. So be sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match.
Yeah.
It's Koopa versus Doomsday, right? Or are we starting?
Koopa versus Doomsday? I believe that's right. Yeah, Koopa U versus Doomsday, that's correct. And Koopa might need to step up his clear count versus his last race to keep up with Doomsday's 11 clear bomb from his first run. But you never know what's going to happen. So,
I guess with that, we're going to go on break real quickly, and we'll be right back with the winners semifinals. Ooh. Oh. Word.
Hey, how are you guys doing? How do you feel about that race?
It was alright, I guess. I mean, in my opinion, it went better than my other one with Dimitri, purely because there wasn't a point where I started like stressing out and dying a lot, you know. So yeah, I'm kind of happy, I guess, with how it went.
Yeah, for sure. So, I guess my next question will be, how do you feel about the format, do you think? How do you like it compared to the qualifier normal expert league?
Oh, it's way better, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, this is way better in my opinion, because with the last one, like all the loading screens, like whenever you got a really long level and you wanted to skip it, like it would take such a long time to just get to the next one, and that was really annoying. So yeah, this is way better.
See, I don't think that's brought up enough, because the load times, they're not incredibly affecting, but they do make a significant difference on the number of levels you're able to do. And if you get a bunch of those long ones, like you say, then you can really stink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, any final thoughts from you? Matt?
Well, I'm just excited for the next round because, like, yeah, I really want to win it. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really got anything else to say except for bring it on, I guess.
Bring it on, and good luck to all the other runners. Thank you
Yeah.
all for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for the winner semis.
Yep.
Oh wait, we got Lance. I'm sorry, I did not realize this.
It's all
So
good, guys.
how do you feel about your tournament experience today, Lance?
So, I talked about this in a day. This is the first time I've ever entered in a Mario tournament at all. I just started playing about 5. So, so this was a blast, guys. I had to do the GSA was awesome. I watched all last season. I think it was super cool, and I had to give it a try myself. So it was a fun try, guys. It was a really fun try.
It was a great showing, and definitely some really interesting situations. What do you think your biggest surprise was today? Oh, yeah, continue, sorry.
The biggest surprise? The biggest surprise for me was that I actually did well in the first round. No, seriously, this format is really great. Like the list type and us playing, it's got like a completely different nature. I tried to practice this, but like I didn't know how. That's about the only issue I could come up with. It's like, you know, the skips are very different in this than it is when you're just doing the normal endless. Very interesting.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what comes out of this format in the time to come. And for now, I think that we're going to be out of time for this interview, so we're going to go to break really quick. And when we come back, we will have our winners semifinals match.